So before this trip, I plotted everything out on maps, trying to find a way to get from China Dam here up to the Fort Tule Homestead. And it's about a little less than 4 miles if I took a shortcut from China Dam on this allegedly visible Jeep trail. So just got to go through the creek bed here, down and around over some rocks. There's some sand, and around this corner a couple hundred yards away, it looks like there's a kind of a hairpin turn which will possibly allow us to get up on this ridge and connect to trails and get to the homestead a lot quicker than the big long 9-mile route that goes around the other way. So going through this creek, it's fun, a little extra wheeling, some fun rocks, a little water. The sand's hard packed because it's wet. This part was fun, but we got a little unknown coming up ahead, and we're about to get to that here in a little bit. Wow, on this trip, I was thinking my truck was just starting to fall apart, but realized I have a lot of padlocks on all my gear in the bed of the truck that are swinging around and clanking against metal, so it sounds like my suspension's about to fall apart, but it's actually just a bunch of locks. So sorry about the noise. I didn't really notice it until I watched this footage because the camera was outside on the roof of the truck, and it really helped me pick up all that extra noise. So I'm gonna have to wrap some tape or rubber around those so they don't bang around so much. So China Dam itself was pretty interesting. I didn't realize I'd been so close to it so many times on other trips out here behind Lake Pleasant. So we finally just jumped on this trail and came back, and so got to see it finally in person. And you know, it was a fun little wheeling trip. It's a great little training area if you're breaking in some suspension or doing some learning or just want to explore some of the really rich desert behind Lake Pleasant. But what we're really hoping here is to see the homestead on this trip, but we'll see if we have time. It all is going to kind of be based on whether this shortcut works out. So one more dip down into Humbug Creek here to get around the trees and to the potential part that could get us up and over on the next ridge. Let's see how it goes. Just a small step up here. I can see trail. It goes through the trees. They're going to go up through here, tightly through the mesquites and around the cactus, and hopefully we'll see this possible shortcut. All right, so here's the sharp turn that's supposed to go up a Jeep trail. Let's take a look. So as I make this right turn, see other tracks, it's looking hopeful. Boom, get to this structure, which looks like just kind of a rough trail that goes up. So now that we have a good look at this thing, there's a big eroded part right in the middle right there. It's about 5 foot in depth. There's a path around the left that's doable, but it's pretty off angle. I don't want to roll over today. I'd really like to get home. I'll spare you the return trip here and speed things up a little bit. I made a last-minute decision here just to mix up the trip and decide I'll just go up the creek bed. It's just some rocks. I've already seen the other way, so why not make a right here and just go through the boulders and have some fun. Unfortunately, that little shortcut attempt wasn't successful, so we're gonna have to come back another day and take the little bit longer way around so we can see the homestead. This angle doesn't really show the ascent coming back up out of China Dam. It's a nice little climb, you know, throw it in four-wheel and just creep up there and go up the rocks, and it's a pretty straightforward shot, but this was a little confidence builder for Carrie in the new rig, and she did fantastic. She watched me go up it, and she just followed right up and had no issues whatsoever. So we didn't film anything on the way in because it's pretty standard stuff back here. Seeing a good majority of these trails. This was more to get Carrie some training time, some four-wheel, and practice with her new 4Runner. So here we are on the way out. Figured I'd record a little bit of it, put her in front, let her make the decisions on her lines, and she did really good. So this just kind of is the exact same route we came in on. It's an in and out path, but pretty simple stuff. It's just slow and bumpy. We didn't air down or anything. I was in two-wheel drive pretty much the whole time, this whole trip. Wish I would have got some of the footage when we came out of China Dam. There was a fun little descent that we had to come back up, and it was good. And we're back to the junction that connects to the main road we came in on. Figure we'd take a little break here, talk about some of the wheeling things that she learned today. Have a little beverage break and enjoy the scenery. Up here on this little ridge, you got a view of the lake. The breeze was nice, so we figured we'd take a break before we had to head home.